Pucker up, y'all. We're going to make some key lime pie, and it doesn't even have to bake. I get one of these preformed pie shells. Today it's a pecan pie one, or pecans all crunched up for our pie shell for the key lime pie. Now, you only need like three ingredients, something like that. But don't make the mistake of buying the wrong milk. This is the sweetened condensed milk. It's the 14 ounces. Mine is a little off color. It's still okay. But don't buy the evaporated milk, okay? That would be for your pumpkin pie. Sweetened condensed is totally different. So get a big bowl, and you'll see why later. I splashed everywhere. Okay, see how mine is a little darker? Now, it's the right consistency, but that means it was in my cupboard a little too long. It's still fine. Like I said, I make caramel out of this sweetened condensed milk, and it turns a really deep color. So we have that, 1 can, 14 ounces. There's like 3 ingredients in this thing. Next, we're going to do some sour cream. For this one, I want the full fat sour cream, okie doke. And I like the light sour cream too. That's one of the dairy products that I do think is fine for every day. But in a recipe, I'm going to use, what they say. Now, that's a 2/3 cup right there. So I only need half. Do I have a 2/3 cup measuring in my drawer? Yeah, I do. But I'm just going to wing it. I'll just flatten this bubble out, and it looks about 1/3. So I'll put that one in. And see those little limes? The little petite ones. I don't know if those are officially key lime pie, but these are key limes, because the real key limes from Florida are little tiny guys. But these are smaller, and there was a bag of them, so we're going to juice some up. Now, do you have a juicer? That one's for the lemon, and this side is green for the limes, of course. If you don't have one of those, just use a regular reamer, or, I'm getting in the drawer here, I didn't have either when I first started, so you just use a fork. Cut it in half and use a fork. If they're kind of hard, some people will give them in the microwave a minute. I don't. I just roll them a little bit. Now, it calls for zest, and zest is so yum yum. This is a microplane. You could just use a regular cheese grater if you don't have one. I love my little microplane. And again, is when I first started cooking, nobody had one of these things, okay? So you don't want to go too far down on the skin. Don't forget the back. Oh, I can smell it already. I love fresh lime. See, don't go too far to get to the pith. You don't want that. That's kind of really bitter. Just keep going around the horn and get most of it off. I remember more than once, I'm sure, maybe you did it too, let me know, where I needed zest and I needed juice, and dang it, I cut the lime first, got the juice, and then went, oops, I should have got the zest first. So there's the zest. Look, I even have a green knife. What do you know? Yeah, accidentally. Okay, so now we're going to get some juice. Yeah, like that. And I'm just using the same cup. Believe it or not, we need 2/3 of a cup. Do I put it in this way? Nope. This is the correct way. Like that. I like this little bugger. It doesn't take as much effort, and it's much, much neater than using the other way. It gets really, look at this. There's hardly anything left. You can't squeeze another drop out. But I want to show you, if you have the reamer, the hand one, you've seen the other kind that sit, the orange juicers, they're glass. I used to collect those. But look, it's getting all over my hand, not on purpose either. And I just cannot, with my hands, squeeze as much out. So I'm going back to this, and I got to fill this bugger up. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, one of the last little limes here. I used a lot of limes, that whole bag, okay, to get 2/3 of a cup. Now, I'm a little bit shy, but forgive me. This is why. I want to show you how many I used. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I think I used like 6 limes. But I saved the one because I want to decorate later, okay? That's why we did the zesting first, too. So you just slice them really thin, Just give them a little slit, and then, you've seen this before. They look pretty. I might put a dollop of whipped cream down and then set that on top all around. I think it's so pretty like that. And then you definitely know it's a key lime pie, not your peach pie or something, right? So, 1 ingredient, 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients. And then all we're going to do is really, really whip this up. And it should be kind of fluffy and kind of stiff, but like I said, I'm not real sure now about my sweetened condensed milk. It looks a little older. But again, I kind of tasted it. It's fine. I've used it like this before. Okay, be back. And here we are. That took several minutes. And it says to use a big bowl, and I know why, because it splattered every place. It really did. I was messy anyway from making pie crust. And I guess I should have had my apron. See the consistency here? It fluffed up quite a bit. But I'm worried it's not going to set. I don't know if it was enough. But we'll get this in the pie shell. And again, you could just use a regular one. You can use a, graham cracker one that they sell. I like to keep one in the cupboard when I know the holidays are coming in case I run out of time, actually, to do what I want to do. Yeah, I was making my pie crusts this morning. Now, Thanksgiving's in a couple of days. So I know I can make my pumpkin. I can either freeze those or just put them in the cooler downstairs. And this one will keep fine, too, in the refrigerator. Just smooth it out. I love the tartness of lime. I love fresh lime in things as opposed to those bottled, but I do have those and use them in a pinch. All right, now for the pretty decorations. Some of the lemon or lime zest has like clumped together a little bit. So I'm trying to get the moisture off my hands. And then we're just going to decorate along the top before we put it in the refrigerator. Just put all that nice lime zest so everybody gets a little bite of that. And again, you should always decorate something like on a cupcake, for instance, of what the flavor is so somebody doesn't have to say, hey, what is this? Put a little piece of lemon on your lemon cupcake, or put a little piece of coconut, or whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of this with my green knife for my green zest here. Just that little bit over in the corner there. That should be good. Then I will decorate this after it's cold, put the lid back on, back in the fridge. I'd say at least 4 or 5 hours for that to set. So it'll cut nice for you, okay? And I'll put the recipe card in with the albums. Okay, I hope you'll make it. And happy Thanksgiving or happy non-Thanksgiving day of the year.